But one stock we need to focus on now is TTK Prestige. TT Jagannathan, the chairman of the company, now joins in. Hi, Mr. Jagannathan. Thanks very much for speaking with us. Before we get talking about other things, I want to just ask you about your numbers because we didn't speak to you then. This time around, profits have contracted by over 60%. What was the big reason which impacted your results this quarter?
Actually, there were a lot of one-time things in the last quarter. So the last quarter is not typical. There are three things that are different from the quarter this year to the quarter YOY or last year. First is there was an 8 crore other income last year from the sale of land to the government, which is not yet this year. The second is due to AS2 valuation, we have to take a stock correction of 4.75 crores. And the third is we have provided 3.63 crores of CSR in this quarter and not in the last quarter. If you add all that back, we are comparable to 2 quarters. Last year we did 32 crores EBITDA. This year we'll do 30 crores EBITDA.
Okay, Mr. Jagannathan, but what about the revenues? Because even the revenue growth has been in single digits. Any particular headwinds which you're facing?
There were headwinds from retailing for the first 3 quarters, but they've settled down now, and the last quarter was actually better. The headwinds from retailing dropped, but the market is very sluggish. If you please look at the results of my competitors and other people in my field, have done well. You see, I can't fight against thunder.
That's true, actually, but are you seeing any? I mean, what are the kinds of headwinds that you're seeing from retailers?
That was there in the first 3 quarters. I mentioned that again. Yes, the first 3 quarters, retailing did completely disturb the market, but that has settled down now.
Okay, so what can we expect, sir, with respect to FY16, in terms of your revenues as well as margins? How's the outlook looking?
I'm afraid that would completely depend upon what the market growth rate is. So far, it's been very sluggish, and it's not only in our field, nearly every field. And the government says there is 7.6% GDP growth. I want you to tell me where this 7.6% is.
So you're saying in your sector there's absolutely no green shoots, there's no growth at all that you're seeing?
I can only tell you that we are future ready. We are future ready. We have got our capacities installed. We have not reduced any advertising. We have in fact increased our advertising. We are the most salient brand in the country. If the market picks up, we're the first beneficiaries.
Okay, and you see that pick up with your internal assessment. How are you reading the things on the ground?
Again, that depends upon whether I listen to Jaitley or Rajan.
Okay, what about exports? Do you expect them to meaningfully contribute from FY16?
Yes, unfortunately, the first 2 quarters this year, exports are sluggish because they've always postponed to the last 2 quarters. But last 2 quarters should be good. The overall export this year should grow over last year.
Okay, can you help us with some outlook, in FY16 with respect to your volume growth?
Well, FY16, 15 volumes you already have with pressure cookers grew by about 3%, cookware by about 16%, appliances were flat. This year going forward, I'm not able to give any predictions at all. Again, it all depends upon Jaitley and Rajan and the monsoon.
Okay. So, in the recent past, we've received news that Tamil Nadu has actually lifted their power cuts for industrial consumers who use high-tension electricity lines. So what's the kind of impact that a company like yours could see?
Yes, that is correct. Your information is correct. Tamil Nadu has lifted domestic power cut, not industrial power cut. But that is very good news for us. The market in Tamil Nadu is improving.
All right, Mr. Jagannathan, thanks so much for joining in and sharing your outlook for TTK Prestige, for FY16.